Moses Beholds the Future by Ginzberg. Pointing to the land, God said, "This is the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, saying, I will give it unto thy seed. To them did I promise it, but to thee do I show it." But he saw not only the land. God pointed with his finger to every part of the Holy Land, and accurately described it to Moses, saying, "This is Judah's share, this Ephraim's," and in this way instructed him about the division of the land. Moses learned from God the history of the whole land, and the history of every part of it. God showed it to him as it would appear in its glory, and how it would appear under the rule of strangers. God revealed to him not only the complete history of Israel that was to take place in the Holy Land, but also revealed to him all its creation to the day of judgment, when the resurrection of the dead will take place. Joshua's war with the Canaanites, Israel's deliverance from the Philistines through Samson, the glory of Israel in David's reign, the building of the temple under Solomon and its destruction, the line of kings from the house of David, and the line of prophets from the house of Rahab, the destruction of Gog and Magog on the plain of Jericho, all this and much more was it given Moses to see. And as God showed him the events in the world, so too did he show him paradise with its dwellers of piety, and hell with the wicked men that fill it. 902. The place whence Moses looked upon the Holy Land was a mountain that bore 4 names: Nebo, Abarim, Hor, and Pisgah. The different appellations are due to the fact that the kingdoms accounted it as a special honor to themselves if they had possessions in the Holy Land. This mountain was divided among 4 kingdoms, and each kingdom had a special name for its parts. 903. The most appropriate name seems to be Nebo, for upon it died 3 sinless Nebiim, prophets, Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. To this mountain, upon God's command, Moses betook himself at noon of the day on which he died. On this occasion, as upon 2 others, God had his commands executed at noon to show mankind that they could not hinder the execution of God's orders, even if they chose to do so. Had Moses gone to die on Mount Nebo at night, Israel would have said, "He could well do so in the night when we knew of nothing. Had we known that he should go to Nebo to his death, we should not have let him go. Verily, we should not have permitted him to die, who led us out of Egypt, who clove the sea for us, who caused manna to rain down and the well to spring up, who bade the quails to fly to us, and performed many other great miracles." God therefore bade Moses go to his grave on Mount Nebo in bright daylight, at noon hour, saying, "Let him who wishes to prevent it try to do so." For a similar reason did Israel's exodus from Egypt take place in the noon hour, for had they departed at night, the Egyptians would have said, "They were able to do this in the darkness of the night because we knew nothing of it. Had we known, we should not have permitted them to depart, but should have compelled them by force of arms to stay in Egypt." God therefore said, "I shall lead out Israel to the noon hour. Let him who wishes to prevent it try to do so." Noah too entered the ark at the noon hour for a similar reason. God said, "If Noah enters the ark at night, his generation will declare, 'He could do so because we were not aware of it, or we should not have permitted him to enter the ark alone, but should have taken our hammers and axes and crushed the ark.' Therefore, said God, do I wish him to enter the ark at the noon hour. Let him who wishes to prevent it try to do so." God's command to Moses to betake himself to Mount Nebo, and there to die, was couched in the following words, means not destruction but elevation. "Die in the mount whither thou goest up. Go up all alone, and let no one accompany thee." Aaron's son Eleazar accompanied him to his tomb, but no man shall witness the distinction and reward that await thee at thy death. "There shalt thou be gathered to thy people, to the fathers of Israel, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to thy fathers, Kohath and Amram, as well as to thy brother Aaron and thy sister Miriam, just as Aaron thy brother died in Mount Hor, and was gathered unto his people. For when Aaron was to die, Moses drew off one by one his garments, with which he invested Aaron's son Eleazar, and after he had taken off all his garments, he clothed him in his death robe. Then he said to Aaron, "Aaron, my brother, enter the cave," and he entered. "Get upon the couch," said Moses, and Aaron did so. "Close thine eyes," and he closed them. "Stretch out thy feet," and Aaron did so, and expired. At sight of this painless and peaceful death, Moses said, "Blessed is the man that dies such a death." When therefore Moses' end drew nigh, God said, "Thou shalt die the death that thou didst wish, as peacefully and with as little pain as thy brother Aaron." 904.